Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend, and I hope that your week is off to a beautiful start. By all means, please like, love, share this video if you find that anything in here is helpful to you. Tag your friends, your connections, and be sure to look at my profile and make sure your notifications are turned on for every time I go live on Mondays. And so my name is Raven J. Hardy. I'm an independent beauty consultant, a social connector, mentor, spreader of joy. My mission is to inspire confidence and to inspire joy in the lives of everyone whose path I cross. And so I hope that you're having a beautiful and joyful day. So thank you to everyone who took my poll last week. I did a fun little survey that really will help me to find out more about what you'd like to learn and how I can add value here on these platforms such as LinkedIn. And so my question of the poll last week was, what is your biggest concern with regards to your skincare routine? And here were what the options were. And if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live with me and you didn't get to take the poll, go ahead and just type that into the poll, into the comments rather, what your concerns might be. And so A was simplicity in your routine. B was anti-aging. C was seasonal or hormonal skincare changes. And D was, what is a skincare routine anyway? And so I'm so excited that no one chose that. Everyone has some kind of skincare routine. So good for you. Congratulations. What is so interesting is that it was split down the middle. Most people want to know about simplicity in their skincare routine and anti aging. And so we're going to start with the very first one and we'll build on to the anti-aging because really I'm very passionate about that as well. So we'll talk even more about that in future lives. But we're going to start with the simplicity in your routine first. And as a busy working woman with so much on your plate, many are mothers, wives, single working, hardworking women, students. The last thing that we think about sometimes is a morning routine, having a skincare routine. And even for you fellas out there, rushing in the morning, getting up and getting going in the morning, and sometimes we forget about our skincare routine. However, if you remember from the live last week, we spoke about how skincare can actually boost your confidence. And it's good not only for your physical appearance, but also for your emotional well being. And so, how can you start your busy day with glowing, healthy skin while keeping it simple and not taking any more time away from that morning routine, from your morning schedule? And so I have three tips that will help get you started. Okay. And so the first one, you may not want to hear this one. We've been learning this since we were little, and some of us are still struggling with it, but it is preparing, especially the night before. And so, something that you can do at night is to simply use a micellar water, a very simple cleanser. Make sure you use your makeup remover for your eyes, something that's not oily or greasy. That will help to remove all of the day away. And if you do that in the morning, you'll be less reactive. You know, you're waking up and rushing and you still have makeup on and you have to take that off. So preparing the night before and getting that done the night before will help you to get to a much better start in the morning. And of course, getting up a few minutes earlier, it's so worth it, right? Who wants to be rushed in the morning? And I have been there many times, and it's just not the same. Your day doesn't go quite the same when you're rushed. So, yes, beauty hack tip number one is preparing the night before, getting up a few minutes earlier. Number two is actually consolidating your skincare. What do I mean by that? Well, we know there are five basics to taking care of your skin. You've got to cleanse, you've got to exfoliate, you've got to tone, you've got to moisturize, and you have to protect. And most of us don't have time for all of that. And so there are products that are made that kill two birds with one stone. I don't want to kill any birds. You know what I'm talking about, though. So, what products can you use that will help you to get the benefits all in one? For an example, the cleanser that I use, this is a 4-in-1 cleanser that does the cleansing, the exfoliating, the toning all in one, and it has a brightener in there to help my skin look more youthful and more healthy and more glowing. And so I just keep this close to my shower. Before I get in the shower, just get it all over my face and rinse off in the shower so that it doesn't take but a second, not a second, but less than a minute to do that. And so, also, same thing with my moisturizer. I use a moisturizer that hydrates my skin for 12 whole hours. It has SPF 30. So, again, two birds, one stone. And it also has, excuse me, there's something going on my street. I wonder what's going on. Okay, but it also moisturizes for 12 hours. It has SPF 30 and it has my anti-aging benefits in it as well. Super, super simple, right? So these are just a couple of examples of skincare that are, you can consolidate your routine. Just get it done quickly, put on that moisturizer, allow time for it to dry, and then move on with the rest of your morning routine. Another thing, of course, comes to the glamour. Now, glamour is not always that easy, right? Because we want to have just a little bit of makeup on. And so, one of the things that you can do is use multifunctional glamour products. What do I mean by that? All right, y'all. Lipstick. Okay, who says you cannot put lipstick on your cheeks as blush or even your eyes? Totally fine. There are no rules in makeup. You can do that. You can use lipstick on your cheeks and your eyes. I also use something that's called a complexion correction cream. Have you ever heard of CC cream? That's what CC stands for, complexion correction. And so it's kind of like a moisturizer, a foundation, and a concealer all in one. It protects, it brightens, it corrects. So it has that built-in concealer. It minimizes any redness. It makes your face just look more airbrushed. It reduces the visible signs of aging. Very natural looking foundation for when you are on the go. So my CC cream just requires one little pump. I just pump it and I put it on just like a lotion. It doesn't require a whole lot of making up. So I literally within seconds can just put on my CC cream and keep it going. One last example, there are so many examples of how you can just use multifunctional glamour products, but my actual compact, my eyeshadows. I use eyeshadow on my eyes, but I also use eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows. Yes, there are pencils that are amazing. And one of the things that I do just when I'm in a rush, I just take my 2-in-1. I have a brush that helps me to tame my eyebrows, and then the other end of it is actually for eyeliner, but I dip it into my dark eyeshadow and I fill in my brows. So those are some really cool tips if you are rushing to work, rushing to school, wanting to just get going for the day. These are a few hacks for you. So as a recap, you want to prep the night before. You want to consolidate, use skincare products that kill two birds with one stone. Do a few things all at one time. And then, of course, use multifunctional products for glamour. As always, skincare and even your glamour, they are not one size fit all. It should be customized just for you. We all have different skincare types, different tones. And so if you'd like to know more about which skincare or even colors are suggested for you, you can go to my profile, click on the link to schedule your very own complimentary consultation. And I will leave this very quick commercial. These are two of my favorite lip colors for this season. They're shaped like little hearts. And with the sale of each of these lip colors, Mary Kay will donate $1 to the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation, which funds research about cancers that affect women. And we've also donated over $80 million to shelters all over the United States in support of women and young girls who are victims of domestic violence. And so my goal is to share as many of these lip colors as possible. If you'd like to have some more information on how you can support that campaign as well and look cute as well, definitely private message me, send me a message, and I would be happy to share that with you. And so thank you again. Thank you for joining me today. Please stay tuned. I hope that you'll join me again next Monday for more connection and tips on how to stay beautiful. Have a wonderful, joyful, and powerful